Alright guys, I'm going to show you a short little video here. It's for Little Doctor again. And got a piece of plastic on this little 400EX Honda. It's broken. Met up with a tree and broke the plastic. See a lot of people trying to repair these in different ways. I'll show you what I do. I think it saves or winds up with a pretty clean repair. It don't have zip ties and all that wrapped across it. What I do is I guess a rendition of plastic welding this stuff together. Do it from the back side. This is pretty clean. It's a pretty good break, or pretty clean break. It's not missing any pieces anywhere. Just needs to be held together and pretty much melted back together. And that's what I'm going to do. All I just got an old cheap soldering iron, and it had a chisel tip on it. I just turned it around to where it's just a flat rod sticking out. I had this plugged in for a little bit, so it's pretty warm. So what you do is stick this back together pretty much a lot like you would do regular welding. Sorry about that. I was parked on the cord. As you would do regular welding, you can kind of see the gap crack there. It runs up here and up this way. So start here at the end, and you want to just melt it back together. You melt from one side, melt from the other side, and just kind of fuse the two pieces together. Melt from that side, melt from that side, and just keep working it as you go down. I'm having to hold the camera with one hand and solder with the other one. What you ideally would want to do is kind of hold the two pieces together with one hand and melt them together with the other. And that's all you do. And actually, you wind up with a pretty strong bond, and these usually hold up pretty well. So I'm gonna keep doing this, work my way all the way around, and then I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Cut the camera back on in a sec. Alright guys, there's the finished product. It ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but they actually tend to be pretty strong. You just want to make sure you go all the way, actually a little past your crack, because that's where it's the weakest and you don't want it to run any. But then from the top side, it actually had a hole drilled in it there to try to make the crack not run, but I filled that in too. So you can barely even see the crack in there, and that's how you do it. Pretty simple. Looks a lot better than cable ties stuck around it, and it's probably a little bit stronger. Alright, now I got to stick this back on the bike and see if I can get the thing to crank up.